What is going on, OG gang? How are we all doing today? We got some great weather outside today, and we are going to be doing a skateboard session, and we're going to be trying to learn the 50-50 on this really cool location I found. So currently we're riding the longboard to get there. I got my skateboard on the back of my bag, and the reason I'm doing that is just so I can warm up and stuff beforehand, because I've been having issues with like my hips getting kind of pulled when I've been skating. So I've been trying to do some warm up and stuff just to get kind of loose and prepared in order to, you know, not mess up my hips and whatnot. So that's what we're doing right now. We're heading there right now, and I will meet you guys there once we get to the spot. See you guys there in just a second. So the first thing that I usually like to do once I kind of get warmed up and stuff from riding my longboard is just practice a couple basic flat ground tricks, because usually I'm a little rusty if I haven't done them like super soon. So we're gonna practice a couple ollies, a couple shove-its, maybe try to get some flips in if we can, and then once we're warmed up with that, we'll move on to 50-50s and any other things. Since I happen to be in this particular spot right now, I thought it might be a cool idea to see if we could get any board slide. I've never really done a board slide on something like this, but I have some wax with me, so we're gonna try to wax it a little bit, put some wax on my board, see if maybe, because this is pretty small, maybe I can get some sort of a board slide. I think it'd be pretty cool. So we're gonna just wax the heck out of this thing and then put some on the middle of my board and see what we can do. Something tells me this isn't sliding. Alright, now that we're all warmed up, the next thing I like to do is just kind of stretch out my legs a little bit, because as I mentioned, I get sort of like tightness in my hip flexors, so I like to just stretch them out before I do any super serious skating, just because I've pulled them so many times this past month. You guys have no idea. And I mean, it helps you with, you know, getting more flexible and whatnot too, which can help, you know, get higher ollies, be more confident on your board, all kinds of stuff like that. So I highly recommend, you know, just stretching out for maybe 2 or 3 minutes before your session, before like your major session, because it really can't do any harm. It can only do good, right? With that out of the way, I'm gonna finish stretching, and then we're gonna go to a spot where we can practice some 50-50s. So unfortunately, the skate spot that I was planning on going to ended up being full of construction cars and whatnot, and that was a really cool spot. They had a lot of granite benches that are really smooth to practice 50-50s on. All it means is we're gonna have to go out searching for another spot to practice 50-50s. I'm not sure where yet, but don't worry, I'll find something. Hey yo guys, check out this super awesome area I found. It's this giant like just thing that has a roof over it. There's like a picnic table right behind me. There's some stairs over here. This is an awesome spot. I can't believe I've never known about this. Like, I can film here in the rain probably. But anyways, there's these stairs right here, right? And it almost looks like, to me, somebody has been using this to skate on. You see this right here? It looks like it's been kind of worn down. As you can see, I think with a little more wax on this, this should slide pretty well. Now this is pretty short. This is like the size of my hand. So I think it's a good beginner spot to practice. And then once we get it down here, we can move on to something bigger. So I'm gonna wax the heck out of this thing and see if we can get it to slide. And then we can practice then we can practice some 50-50s. So let's go. Well, would you look at that? So recently the thing I've been doing to practice my 50-50s is I kind of put the board next to the rail that I want to jump on, and then I practice just kind of ollieing onto the right position just so I can kind of get a feel for it. And then once I get that down, the plan is to roll up to it and then just do that exact same motion, slide for a little bit, pop off. So without further ado, let's see if we can do this. Overshot. Let's go. Let's go. We did it, boys. Now let's get a different camera angle of doing it. Let's go. So some tips that I can give you guys for the 50-50. Number one, definitely make sure that you have your ledge or wherever you're practicing waxed, and make sure that it can even be grindable. This particular stair that I used is super smooth concrete, so that means that it's already a good candidate to be waxed. But if you're looking at something like certain curbs on the road, or that other thing that I tried to skate earlier, doing the things like on the middle of the board, those things are super rough and super bumpy, and you'll know right away because when you try to put wax on it, you can really see the wax. Like, it just turns pure white, and that's usually because it's too grippy for what you want, and the wax is just getting grinded right off, and it's probably not going to work. So look for things that are really smooth to start. Second tip I want to give is definitely make sure to practice just ollieing into the correct position before you even move at all, because you need to figure out how to ollie and kind of jump forward a little bit onto that ledge. Once you do that, the last tip is to keep your weight kind of centered forward. You don't want to be leaning back, and if you try to land straight up, you might just end up falling backwards. So kind of lean a little bit forward into it so that you don't kind of fall backwards on it. Those are the three things that I recommend for, tips to do it, things to look for and whatnot. Other than that, just keep practicing, get more confident on your board, and you guys got this. Anyways, check out what I just found. I don't think I'm ready for this yet, but I want to practice like at least ollieing onto it. And that is this other ledge right here. You see this? This is another ledge I think could be grindable. With a little bit of wax on, I think it's possible. But the thing is, it's kind of tall. You see, it's almost my knee length. Like, it's a little over half the board tall. So I think right now what I want to do is just practice ollieing up onto this. And then if I can get comfortable doing that while moving, it might be possible to grind on this. But until I know that for sure, let's practice some ollies and see what we got. So what have I learned about ollieing on this? Well, the first thing I learned is that I really need to use the toe of my foot when I do my ollie on my front foot. When I pop the board, I need to push my knee forward and use the toe, not the side of my foot. That kind of gets the board to pop up a little higher for me. Also, I'm a little bit overexposed. There we go. The second thing that I learned is that I need to get my back foot to pop up literally as soon as I hit the back of the board. Because if I don't do that, my back foot doesn't get on the ledge. With all that being said, I'm gonna keep practicing this, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get a moving ollie on this just yet. I still need to practice anymore, but this is the goal. So one day, I'm gonna come back to this ledge and we're gonna grind it, okay? One day, mark my words, remember this, remind me of this one day. We're coming back to this spot. Well, everybody, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I learned so many new things today and got so much better at skating in literally like an hour and a half. So just get out there, you guys. It's warm out. It's almost summertime. Get out there, practice your skating. I know everybody's got this. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked my progress and like what we got going on over here, please help me out and hit the subscribe button. Anyways, it's been your boy Ogden signing out. I make videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so keep subscribing and liking the videos because we got bangers coming out every week. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Stay stoked. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys.